Alright folks, and again we have Reebok Classics limited edition box, and you probably already know what it is. This is kind of a part 2 of my previous video, which was pretty long, but you know, I hope people like it and people are interested to hear what I'm gonna say and tell a little bit of story and facts around all those models from Reebok. You know, I'm kind of think I'm one of the few people out there on the internet that kind of is still interested in Reebok and has a lot of history and a lot of knowledge about them. But yeah, without further ado, without me wasting more time, this is what it is. As you can see, Ventilator Supreme in a charcoal, black, red, and gray colorway. Again, 8.5. Go through the size pair. If you're a normal footer, if you're a little bit of wider foot, you probably can go even up half a size. Let me pull the drawer out again and pull them out and do some annoying noises with the paper here. Remove the box to the side. Boom. Here they are. Black, red, and white. You can never go wrong with this color combination. Actually is my favorite, black and red, of course. You guys heard me many times before saying it. So again, I can continue from the last video when I was talking about the Royale in black, and I think the red and black colorway was the first one I actually saw back in the day when they originally launched. They were kind of like, so Reebok had this big sort of presentation in the stores, sort of a pyramid display, and you know, with the different runners placed on different steps and stages, and the Ventilator Supreme was actually on top of it placed because it was the higher at that time runner shoe, higher technology and comfort and all that stuff, and Reebok were very proud of what they created, and I totally loved it. I hope the camera actually picks it up, but they even aged the midsole of this black and red a little bit more. It kind of actually matches the color of the upper, which is kind of odd because back in the day that was completely white, but they kind of aged it a little bit. No big deal. Yeah, I'd rather, you know, I prefer it to be white so I can age it on my own. But you know, thanks for taking that away from me, Reebok. How dare you? How dare you? Anyway, another Reebok Reserve keychain right here, meaning they're somewhat limited, and they truly are. Like I said before, if you go to the website, check any of the sizes, they're kind of limited on stock. So we have reflective material right here as well, here on the toe box, and right there on the inner part, or the medial side as well, right there. That mesh, it's so nice. You guys can see how breathable that is right there. You can see my hand on the other side. These portions are very absolute mesh and very less padded, minimalistic padding on the other side, if anything at all, to kind of provide that breathability. You see the bridge here. I always liked that red bridge. Back in the day when I saw it, I was like, wow. And funny, you know, when I was in my teen years and saw that model first, and then the name Ventilator, you know, for some reason I thought this is the ventilator, not the actual ventilation, but it was kind of silly. Then, you know, I read about it in the store. They had, you know, it was not like today, there was no internet, so there was this pamphlets. Actually, I have a lot of those, and I'm probably gonna make a video with all the vintage information and pamphlets and catalogs I have from back in the old days that actually explain the technology, what it's all about, you know, who is it for, and like I said before, people that tend to shift their foot to the medial side, this bridge helps tremendously to keep your foot in place and prevent that sort of action. Reebok on the back, like you've seen before, Hexalite on the bottom. This combination of black, red, white, and gray, I mean, I think it's just special. I love it. I love it a lot. Top-down view is very nice again. Like I said before, a little bit of a pinky toe pinch. If you are a white footer, go up half a size. For me, it's nothing uncomfortable, and after a few wears, I think it's going to be fine, but just FYI. if you like a little bit more room and comfort. Ventilator Supreme on the on the tongue, which is so plushed and soft. Like I said before, the padding is a little bit on the stingy side for normal Reeboks. They were more padded back in the day, but again, it's nothing to really be unhappy about. Hexalite on the insole, which again is glued on. Soft though, very soft. I think it's helping with the comfort. I mean, when you put these on feet, they're definitely very spongy and soft. As you can see, the EVA is very soft when I push with my thumb, and very comfortable. I mean, if you're into runners, especially if you live in hotter region like I am, you will appreciate the ventilation of the ventilators. How about that? So yeah, that's this colorway. I mean, I'm kind of on the fence to like that better than the other one, but I can't really make my mind. And actually, let me sneak the other one real quick and put it right here next to this one. Royal and gray, black and red. Royal and gray, black and red. Royal and gray, black and red. There's the back view of them. Yeah, I mean, I like them both. I think they're equally nice looking, equally comfortable, and equally iconic and classic in my book. Every classic Reebok wins for me pretty much always. I absolutely love what Reebok did with the second generation of the Ventilator Supreme. They kind of kept that overall colorway, this black and red, but they added a little bit more color right here on the midsole. I really hope that sometimes in the future Reebok is going to retro those as well, because those are my favorite Supremes. They were like absolutely awesome. I think they added some more technology on the outsole. Either they added more Hexalite on the forefoot, or Hay Trail, which was a special compound created by DuPont chemistry, which was kind of a soft, sort of, I don't know. So if I have to compare it to something, it was something like Phylon these days, or maybe Lunar Lawn. But it was very soft. It was embedded within the midsole, and kind of very few models actually had them. Some of the top tier runners, some of the tennis models. I guess it was expensive material to implement, but regardless, it was something very nice. But yeah, back to the Ventilator Supreme. Like I said, I paid $200 shipped for both pairs. If I didn't use 30% off, it would have been a lot more. I think it would have been around $280, which is kind of a substantial amount of money if you want to drop on two pairs. But yeah, I think $100 is very fair for this pair and what it represents, and the comfort and the technology. And I still think they look pretty amazing for every casual wear. Hell, even if you want to run on them, you can probably do it successfully. They're super comfortable, and the support that provides this sort of arch, from the inside. And this is a higher density outsole that kind of raises up a little bit where your arch is, to again provide more stability and support for your foot. So I don't see any reasons not to run on them. After all, they're runners. If you want to do that, very comfortable and classic shoe. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks everybody for supporting the channel. There'll be a lot more to come, of course. You guys know me. I'm trying to stay true to the classics, get a lot of OG colorways. More things will come that I want to show you. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video, of course. Stay tuned to collectivekicks.com for more sneaker news, reviews, and history articles. And until next time, guys, you just have a wonderful day.